just realised you can see like my chocolate stash. Please ignore my Oreos that are in the side. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then hello. If you are already subscribed, then welcome back. But yeah, so I just wanted to do kind of a get to know me type video, and I've got the little bio in my about section on YouTube, but I just thought that it would be really good to kind of have a chat and answer some questions that I found online. It was kind of like a get to know me YouTube tag, so I'm going to answer those for you guys, and hopefully you can get to know me a little bit more. So my first name, if you hadn't guessed already, is Lauren. And my middle name is Elizabeth, and my second middle name is Margaret. So my full name is Lauren Elizabeth Margaret Rooney. Now that's a mouthful, but my first middle name is Elizabeth, and that was named by so my parents basically gave my grandparents or my nan free reign to decide what my middle name would be, and she decided that after the Queen she would call me Elizabeth, so that's that one. And my second one is my dad's mum, and her name is actually Margaret, so I'm named after her. So I don't really have a favourite colour, I would say. I mean, it kind of depends as per season. Like, I love dark purples. At the moment I'm loving duck egg, which is my curtains at the minute, which you probably can't see. I love deep purple. I always wear black. I'm wearing black now. Black is obviously always going to be a colour that I wear all the time because I'm just obsessed, and it makes me look 5 pounds skinnier than I am. So I have a few, close friends, but I would say that my absolute best friend is my friend called Jean. Now, I've actually done a video on how we met, and I will pop that in the description below so you can take a look. We actually met on Twitter about 8 years ago now, so we have been best friends kind of ever since, and yeah, we're still best friends now. We go on holiday together, we go out together. It's quite hard because she lives up north, but North Midlands. But yeah, we see each other when we can, and when we see each other, it's like literally like we haven't been apart, and it's amazing. So I am a ridiculous 5'1.5", and the half is very, very, very important because you can be 5'1" or you can be 5'2", but no, I'm 5'1.5". I'm getting there. I'm close to 5'2", and I'll never get there because I've stopped growing. So I am 100% a dog person. I have a little dog at home. She's my parents' dog, and I'll post a photo of her here. Her name is Daisy, and she's the cutest little thing in the world. She's a cockapoo, so that's a cocker spaniel mixed with a poodle, and she is honestly the cutest thing ever. And I know that that's because she's my dog, but honestly, she's so cute. And if you think she's cute, or if you also have a cockapoo, then let me know in the comments, and we can stalk each other's Instagram, because I post loads of photos of her all the time because she's adorable. So my birthday is in April, which makes me an Aries, and my birthday is the 8th of April, and I was born in 1992, so I'm an Aries. I'm 24. I will be turning 25 in a very short amount of time, in about, I think, 2 months almost. So I'm assuming that this is American and college means university, but yes, I have gone to university. I went for 4 years at Bournemouth University. I will post a little graduation pic here. I studied public relations, and that's what I do as a job now. I work in PR, I work in social media, so I love it. It was honestly the best 4 years kind of ever. I guess I grew up a lot because I moved away from home, and also did a year in London on placement that was mandatory, and that was amazing. So I guess I did really, really grow up, and I recommend everyone kind of going, even if you figure out it's not for you, at least you've given it a go. So you can probably see right here, I love diet sodas, like diet fizzy drinks. I know I shouldn't drink them, and actually at the beginning of 2016 I gave them up for 6 months, but I couldn't help myself, honestly. Like, now I just still need to drink them, and it's terrible, and I know it's terrible, but I don't drink tea or coffee or anything. I just kind of drink those, and I obviously also drink water because it's very important to keep hydrated. And I don't drink like a million of these a day. I drink one, if that, and you know, it's not a problem if I don't have one. I'm not going to start like shaking. My favourite animal is a panda. I love pandas, and I've just saw on Instagram that you can go to China and pay like £500 to spend a week with a panda. And I'm literally like, when can I get on a flight? Because I love pandas, and honestly, if I'm ever feeling like really down or I'm having a bad day, I will watch, there's a clip on YouTube and it's so sad to tell you, but there's a clip on YouTube of these pandas and they're playing on a slide and one literally comes down and wipes the other one out. And it's so funny, and there's loads more. There's one where like one's on a rocking horse and then there's like three in the back having a fight. It's so funny. Honestly, they're just the cutest little cuddly things, and I would love to, you know, have the experience to kind of spend time with one. But you know, they're obviously wild animals and you wouldn't kind of want to hurt them in that way, because you know, I know so many places, you know, overseas you can kind of go and hang out with those kind of wild animals, but they sedate them and it's really sad, and I really would never ever want to meet a panda in that way. I'm not a tea or coffee drinker at all. I've never drank one cup in my life ever, and I don't plan to ever in my life, ever. I have no children, but I've always wanted to call, if I had a little girl, I would always want to call her Madeline or Madeline, little Maddie. That's always been in my mind for some reason, I don't know why. And if anyone steals it from this video, and I know you personally, I will hunt you down, because that's my name. My favourite movie is so difficult. So I actually work in film and it changes all the time, but my go-to always that I go back to is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Honestly, one of my favourite films ever, and The Breakfast Club. Like John Hughes, oh my god, what an incredible man he was, and he was alive. Like, he made some absolute classics, so please go and check them out. So I'll try and link them below so that you guys can kind of see, and maybe go and buy them on DVD or watch them online, legally, might I add, legally. So I've had 2 boyfriends in my time, and that's actually really quite sad because I'm quite old. Not old, but like, you know, I'm not the kind of person who is always in a relationship. I'm quite selective, and I'm, you know, I don't trust people that easily, from past experiences and stuff. So yeah, I've had 2. Meh. So I have 2 siblings. I have 2 older brothers. Now they're my dad's children, but I've always grown up with them. My mum's looked after them, / been in their life, / kind of been in their life since they were 3 and 4, and they're much older than me. So one's 31 and the other one's 32, and I'm 24, so that's kind of like, you know, 7 years, 8 years difference. So I've never known anything different. I've never ever referred to them as my stepbrothers. They are always referred to as my brothers. They will never be referred to anything else, because they're my brothers, and that's it. And you don't need to ever go into detail about anything. Like, they might be my dad's kids, but you know, they're my brothers, and that's it. Lazy. I would describe my fashion sense as lazy. I lounge around in sweatpants and baggy t-shirts and hoodies because I'm just so lazy. When I go out, I literally throw on a pair of jeans, throw on a t-shirt, throw on a leather jacket, and I'm good to go. Like, the only time I ever really kind of make an effort is if I'm going out to like a club. So for example, I've just bought a new dress that is hung up there, and you know, I haven't bought it for any specific reason. I just kind of fell in love with it, and that's a whole other story. But yeah, so I only ever really make an effort if I'm not going out for dinner or going to a club or a work event, that kind of thing. My favourite restaurant is probably Nando's, and I know that's really sad to say, but you cannot go wrong with a Nando's. And if you live in America, I'm really sorry, but you need to get a flight over just to try it. Like, everyone who's come to visit me, I'm like, we're going to Nando's. Like, doesn't matter what you fancy, we're going to Nando's, and they love it. So yes, I love a cheeky Nando's. I'm all over it. I love a chicken wrap with chips and peri salt, because that's my favourite. So I don't really have any favourite TV shows as such. I kind of just watch stuff here and there. So I watch Pretty Little Liars. I watch Shooter on Netflix, which is really good show. Prison Break is one of my favourites, and that's coming back, and I'm literally so excited. I can't wait. I don't really watch much TV, to be honest. Like, I don't have a favourite kind of show that I watch. What am I talking about? Dance Moms. I love Dance Moms. Oh, Dance Moms. And what else? Teen Mom. I love Teen Mom. OG, the second one. The third one kind of went to poop and they never made another one. Another series of that. But I love watching those kind of shows. I have an iPhone 6s in the rose gold, and it's actually what I'm filming on right now because my new camera is in the post. So yay for finally having good quality videos, and I can actually use my phone instead of my iPad, which I'm reading off right now. I'm a Mac kind of girl. I've always kind of been a Mac since they kind of came out, really. You know, we had them in our school and I always, you know, used them, and I've really struggled with Microsoft software. Like, it just doesn't ever work as seamlessly as a Mac does. So I'm a Mac girl / Apple girl 100%. I'm saving to get an Apple Watch because my Fitbit's driving me mad. So fingers crossed that happens soon. So that's the end of all the questions. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me, just ask them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them as best I can. I hope you feel like you got to know me a little bit better than, you know, me just kind of randomly posting videos. And if you did like this video, then make sure you give it a huge thumbs up and make sure you hit the red button and subscribe. And I'll be back next week with another video.